Are you prepared to evacuate with your pets if the occasion arises? Hey, it is July in Southeast Louisiana. Hey, let me know where y'all watching from, because I don't really think it matters. Everybody's had to evacuate or had the potential for an emergency. If you are prepared to take yourself out, are your dogs prepared to travel? Are they used to riding in a car? Have you walked them lately? Do you know where their leash is? Do they have a harness? Do they have a crate? Where will you put them, and where will you stay with them? These are some of the topics I plan on covering. Let's start with the walk. If you have not walked your dog in a long time and you decide, okay, I'm gonna walk him, and he walks like a jerk, I'm gonna recommend looking at Canine DIY. I'm a dog parent. I walk my dog twice a day usually, at least. And I've been doing so for the past several years. I've had 7 dogs in 30 years, so I have a little bit of experience as an individual parent. But when it comes to professional training and getting your dogs fully ready to deal with crazy ass emergency situations, talk to Garrett Wing of American Standard Dog Training. He is awesome at training, and even if you just follow him on YouTube, you're going to get a lot of information, but he also has classes. Moving on to the next thing, making a hotel reservation. Where will you put your dogs? Not all hotels take dogs, and even the ones that do don't have every single room designated for dogs. So this is something you need to think about before you go. From my experience, I've taken my dogs to La Quinta Inn. Almost every single La Quinta is dog friendly, but that doesn't mean there's going to be a room available. So make reservations in advance and sort of know where you're going to put the dogs. If you're going to evacuate with a family or a friend, and they may not want your dogs at their house or may not be able to keep the dogs at your house, today, before there's a hurricane evacuation, before there's anything in the Gulf of Mexico or near your house, start contacting kennels nearby. I'm talking boarding facilities. So if you have to board them, you'll know where they're going to be boarded at, and they will establish the relationship now. Go ahead and send them your dog's medical records, because you may need to put your dog in a boarding facility if for some reason the evacuation lasts a while. Look, I'm talking from experience. I've evacuated and been out of my home for almost, actually, for Katrina, I never went back to my house. I lived in Chalmette. Actually, it was Araby, which is just a little bit downriver from Chalmette, but my house flooded to the roof for Katrina, and I never, ever, ever went back to that house. I ended up buying a house in Terrytown, and long story short is I never went back. So all the stuff I took was all the stuff I had. And I'm so glad I took my pets, because I know a lot of people just thought that it would be a typical evacuation. And at that time, a typical evacuation was a few days and you come home. I went back after everything cleared, and I went with a person who I had met after the hurricane. She worked with me, and we were both evacuated to Jackson, Mississippi, and we came back, and her dog drowned. I had 2 dogs. One of them was named Harpo, and I had just trained her, and it occurred to me maybe I should leave her because she's a puppy, and I was afraid that she was going to not behave in the car and get out and get hurt. And also I was with a group trainer at the time who said leather leashes are what you need to have, because the whipping sound makes them follow directions. Well, she hated the leash so much she chewed it in pieces, and 2 days before Hurricane Katrina hit, I'm trying to go to Walmart, buy a new leash. Walmart decided to close early. So I had to redneck my leash together with duct tape. Thank God I did that. And Harpo made it and stayed with us for many, many years afterwards. But I'm telling you, being prepared to travel with your pets, it's not an easy task. It's going to suck. As much as contraflow sucks, just imagine your dog has never been in a car or hasn't been in a car for a while, and they're barking and going crazy because they don't know what's going on. Start now taking them for car rides. I also recommend the least expensive way to put them in a car is with a doggy seatbelt, and that's if you have an extra seat for them to sit on. We're going to go through later on how to put together a dog hammock, which is, to me, an excellent way to travel with your pet if you have the room in your car. Even better, of course, is a hard-cased kennel, and most people I don't have a hard kennel. I have a collapsible kennel. Another thing you're gonna need, whether you're staying at a hotel or with a friend, you're gonna want to be able to contain your pet. You should probably have that regardless of whether you're traveling with them anyway. But if not, these are one of the things that you should purchase. Also with traveling, my dog, I had one, his name is Buddy. He passed away on May 27th, but he used to get car sick. So taking him on more car rides helped him get over that. But talk to your vet now if your dog gets car sick, because dog puke is no fun to smell when you are in hours and hours and hours of standstill traffic. Okay, obviously I'm gonna put a list of everything you're gonna need to bring just to help you out, but this is just a quick video reminding you to get your pets ready.